Welcome to Bogside Chats, where we're talking everything DFK and keeping it casual. My name is Matty Pesk. As always, I am joined by Franz. Bud, how we doing?
Doing great. Have my Knicks on the other screen here, so if you see me looking off in this direction a lot tonight, you'll know why.
Give us the update now. What is the situation with the Knicks?
It's 74-70 Philly. Ooh, Brunson going to the line for 2. Win tonight, move on. Lose tonight, go back to Philly.
Then what's all right? So what's the series is what 3-1? Oh, you got it. There's no need to be stressed. Don't be stressed.
Yeah, saying you got it, it's over. That's never come back to bite anybody. Yeah.
All right. Well, Guy Kid might join us in a little bit, or maybe not. I don't know what's going on with him, but we're going to talk tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about duels. We're going to talk about the AMA situation that happened last week. We're going to talk about
Guy is still part of this podcast.
He is, yes.
Wondering, he's still alive. He's still playing DFK. He's just got a lot of children.
He just has a lot.
So many children.
He's got a lot of children. But then potentially at the end of the show, we're going to be doing some dark summons, depending on how much peer pressure Franz can put on me. I got a couple warriors I might be dark summoning, but I'm kind of hesitant to do so. So,
yeah, no, you're doing them. I will say this: for every dark summon that Matty does, and for every greater stone that he uses, I will give away a 10 of 10.
Holy shit! That's wild.
So, pressure's on.
Matty. You didn't tell me that beforehand, so now I might do more.
I want to see the reaction.
What if I just dark summon like some commons?
No. They have to be legendary plus.
Okay. All right, but let's. Oh shit! I pulled this up on the wrong page. Let's start out. Let's talk duels. I'm not a big dueler myself. However, this was a big issue in the AMA and last week with like the update. They changed a bunch of things in how the duels works, and a lot of people in the community were pretty upset about this. I mean, I'm not too upset personally, but also I don't really duel that often, so like I don't know, it didn't really faze me much. What are your thoughts here initially before we kind of get into the details of it?
Yeah, so just to set the table a little bit, what people were mostly upset about, from my understanding, was that the change in the groupings for the classes, right? So you get a class bonus for I think 4 different classes. They cycle every 10 hours, and you get an additional bonus if your subclass is also in that group, in one of the 2 groups that are active at a given time, right? So people had these teams that were like, Dragoons and Dark Knights, for example, always came up together. So if you had a Dragoon Dark Knight hero, you're getting that max boost every time. So people built their 9 to have all of these. And it seems that's what caused the most kind of agita for the duelers, was that changed, and that's now it's not. So I thought it was randomized at first, that like every time it cycles through, it's going to be different. It's still set. It's just different than it was last season. So that seems to be the biggest kind of thing people are upset about. I don't know. Fox was saying they didn't give any note, so I guess the other thing people were mad about is that there wasn't a notice given ahead of time. I thought he talked about this. Even he said on the AMA, like, yeah, I didn't really tell anyone this was going to happen. I thought we were I was expecting this. I don't know. Maybe I just made that up in my head and turned out to be right. But
I mean, I can understand if this was kind of the way it was working and you tailored your heroes or your team specifically to the parameters like of how it works, and like that's kind of frustrating now. But also, I don't know.
I mean, I guess my thing is like,
good. Sell them, go do something else. I don't know.
I mean, I think people wanted to they had their perfect duel team and they just never wanted to touch it again. That's the way it seemed to me. I mean,
thank you. I agree.
Yeah, code green. When something changes, some adapt, some whinge.
I think that's your microphone being fuzzy right now.
You serious?
I don't know. I'm getting like weird feedback.
Uh-oh.
Like air. Like it sounds like the wind is blowing on you. Does anyone else
I
hear
have
that?
no windows open. So
Hold on, you're a microphone right now.
oh jeez.
Yeah. Okay, it's definitely. I don't know if everyone can hear that.
I don't understand why you pay for the nice setup and it still doesn't fucking work.
Cleared.
I should
Just
use
whatever it was.
my gaming mic. It's been nothing but problems since I got it.
No, you got it. No, you're good. It's cleared now. I don't know.
Still, but the flow's off now. I'm in my own
sorry.
head about it.
I ruined our whole duels conversation.
We had a whole flow going. No, but what Code Green's saying is exactly it. Like to me, this is exactly like the one small stone change. Archer's getting nerfed, and I'll put nerfed in quotes because I still don't think it was much of a nerf.
Yeah.
But people had their way of winning, and they wanted to keep it that way.
Right.
And sorry, it's a new duel season.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're going to have a lot more changes, moving forward, right? In new seasons. But that's the name of the game. Like, you gotta,
exactly. Like,
let's roll with it.
I think this kind of goes back to the conversation we were having about like the team not owing us anything. Like, they're the game designers. They're designing the game. This is the design choice they decided to make. Sure, it might be frustrating. I'm not trying to deny everyone their frustration, but like, adapt to it and you got to change. Like, that's how that's how these games work that are alive, quote unquote, that like have game designers changing things regularly. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think the idea that we have a smaller community, I think, kind of lends itself to that idea that they owe us something, because it's like, well, we stuck around. Without us, this game would be dead right now, and there's some truth to that, but like, I don't think that kind of translates to, the game designers need to do whatever we want, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm just looking at chat and I don't know.
Is Franz drunk? No, not yet.
Not yet.
In an hour. I mean, I got a pretty large.
Well, also here, let's see what happens with the Knicks, right?
They're up 1, so we're doing good. Right. I don't know what the hell this means. Frustrating? Who says that?
Yeah. No one says
a Midwest thing.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not worried about it. Duels are a mini game. I'm not really concerned with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
What else on duels though? Esper. You see what Esper did night 1?
He got to like Mythic or something insane.
Yeah, he just sat there, must have clicked a lot of buttons.
And then he also
did the daily recharge.
Yeah. And I mean, go for it. I'm fine with
that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they gotta limit that on day 1, just because like there aren't enough ghost teams loaded.
That's fair.
Like, there's not. I wouldn't say it's right what happened, but like, good on him. I don't know. I don't really see the benefit. I'm sure if you do the math, he made money by doing it. By like getting,
also, he probably burned a shit ton of crystal and stuff. Yeah. So like, it's good for the games, good for the economy. Like, go for it, bud.
Sure. What else do we have on duels? I'm pulling up the agenda now.
Crowns and medals.
Oh, I thought that was an interesting discussion. I was disappointed to see that crowns and medals hadn't changed from last season. It seems like they're just going to get watered down, but they did address that point. Fox was saying that there'll either be durability added to them, which I think is a good idea, or something else where they degrade the older they get. Like maybe the bonus gets a little bit less. Eventually, either one of those works. I think. I don't know why you wouldn't do durability and just kind of wrap it into the standard kind of like durability crafting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Kind of landscape they're setting forward here.
Yeah.
But I like that, because like now there are just so many medals out there now.
Yeah. Well, and it's only going to keep increasing every season. So they have to solve it some way. Or maybe they'll have like power creep where like they'll get even better every single season. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. And speaking of jewels, some advertising in the chat here. Jewelers Joust, I believe it's open till midnight tonight ish, 11:50, I think. I am going to be signing up. I was just peppering Mega with some questions in over Discord, make sure that I had everything right. I'm excited.
Yeah, let's
sign up. Support community community events and things.
Yeah,
We're such a great community. Everyone, DFK, best community ever. He's got like 10 people signed up. I'm just saying.
Right, I guess I'll do it too, because it doesn't matter if you have high level heroes, right? Like,
right. Just freaking do it. What's the sign up? What's
their website?
What's
Is cool too. Cool website. Jewelers Joust.
No, it's Jewelers GG.
Jewelers GG Joust.
Nope, didn't say that. Just Jewelers GG.
GG. All right, I'll do it after this. What time is it closed?
If we do it right after the stream, you'll be fine. I think it closes at 11:50.
All right, cool.
No, he's walking it back. He's saying, "Yeah, it's a little niche." No, get out there and do it. Everyone in the community.
All right.
He should have at least 30 people signed up. At least.
Yeah, I agree. What does it cost? Like 10 jewel or something like that?
That's a good question for the jewelers in the chat. But yeah, definitely do that. Another community note, Zelly's talking about supporting the community. Oh, yeah. Zelly's has made a little merch edition. Some really cool looking DFK playing cards and 150 jewel for the joust. Okay. Yeah. Jor's playing or DFK playing cards and axolotl stamps. I believe. Yeah, I was listening to axolotl. Silly axolotl.
Gargle your voice there.
Yeah, it's like challah bread, like axolotl. It's just like that.
Yeah.
No, but I believe he had 1,000 of each made. He said he would make more when he crosses like 500 bought. But the cool thing about it, that's very cool. If he was doing it on his own to like make a profit, whatever, but he's not. That's not what's going on here.
No, what?
All the proceeds, he's doing it at cost, I believe, and all the proceeds are going to the DFK marketing fund. So he's doing this to support the team, support the ecosystem, so everybody wins. So get in there, buy some of those things. Yeah, no, what do you mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, no. He worked it all with someone doesn't watch KP's Monday night streams.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to catch on. Grady and Zelly's were on. It was a lot of fun. So,
very cool. All right, I will check that out. I'll probably buy one of those poker packs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see, maybe they'll get sold out and I won't be able to get them. Who knows? All right. So we got to talk about the AMA that happened last Thursday. So just quick update on the whole situation here. 2 Thursdays ago, they released the Seer and Workhorse was on the AMA. And Workhorse turned his camera on and specifically called me out for not asking any AMA questions.
Why would he do such a thing?
Because I had said, I was on Wowie stream, I was on here on Bogside, and I said like, oh, I should ask that as an AMA question, like for like 5 different things. And then I never ended up submitting any of them. I was busy with work that week and like it just ended up not submitting anything.
Yeah, let me get my violin out. I feel so bad.
Whatever. Sorry.
Go on.
So then the next week I was like, all right, screw you guys. And I like unloaded a ton of questions that I had on the team to really challenge Workhorse to like answer like all these different gameplay questions that I had. And so now I need to address Workhorse. I want to look at the camera. I want to make sure Workhorse is paying attention here.
Let me turn mine off so it's just you.
Okay. Yeah, or should I go big screen? Should I go? Oh, nope, that's you. That's just you though.
Oh geez.
How do I make it me? There we go. Okay. This is for Workhorse. How dare you, Workhorse? How dare you? A father who just had a newborn child who was tired. He was busy. He's taking care of his family. He got bombarded with questions because you were too much of a coward to answer my AMA questions, Workhorse. You backed out of the AMA and left Hubert to answer all these questions. He was stressed out. He was tired and confused because he just had a baby, and you did this to him, Workhorse. This is on you. You did this to Hubert, and shame on you. Shame on you, Workhorse.
What about Bolon? Get him too.
Nah, Bolin's okay.
All right, fine. Wow. That was a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So I forgot my sound was off when I left stage 2. I was adding to that as you were going, like pumping you up behind.
Were you saying things?
Yeah, and I realized nobody could hear me.
So Hubert, though, like a champion, did answer a bunch of my questions, which were super interesting. And I hope Wowie was taking note. I haven't talked to Wowie. I should probably check in with him. But there was a ton of different gameplay questions that he answered and gave us more details on. I want to hit on a couple of them. I don't have to go into in depth on like all of it because it's kind of a lot. I want to touch on the biggest one, in my opinion, is the .s formula that he talked about.
Let's get into this because I got to be honest, still confused. Confused.
So the .s formula is sort of this, this way to kind of keep the heroes on a kind of standardized kind of like chart, kind of like thing, so that like if there's one hero who has an insane amount of dex, that he doesn't just single-handedly beating everybody. It sort of keeps him in check. But the way Hubert described it in the AMA, that .s is based on all the heroes in the current battle that you're in, which I think is different than what we thought it was. We thought it was, I think, the entire world. And also, I'm not even quite positive that's... I am not even quite positive that's the way it works even after Hubert's explanation.
That's how I understood it. So keep
right.
going.
Yeah, and so I honestly want Workhorse and Hubert to kind of follow up on this more, because that means if you go into a battle with that classic kind of cheese, as Styx Intern likes to do, where you have like one hero that is much higher level and the two heroes accompanying him are much lower, and you're kind of like brings your average down. It means that high leveled hero, his .s is going to be insanely high, probably 0.9, as close to 1 as it can be, because he's going to be higher than everyone else in that battle because the average is brought down by his partners, and also we're assuming that the opponents on the other side are a similar average.
So isn't this kind of a glass half full, glass half empty type of deal?
Right,
Like,
so that means you have to bring in 2 lower level heroes.
Right, like it's bringing the average of all the other heroes up.
Hypothetically, it depends. It depends on like all 6 heroes in the battle. But yeah, you're right. It could, guy, I sent you the link. Well, whatever. I'm not going to get mad right now. But I honestly, I still want even further clarification, because to me it seems like, using that Styx Intern like cheesing technique, you can maximize your .s formulas in certain scenarios. And that might be the way it works. I don't know. I don't even know if that'd be a successful team where you had one high level hero and 2 kind of lower level guys. I don't know if that would even be a successful strategy, but like that's the way it seems that the .s formula works, is that you can manipulate it to your advantage. At least that's what I pulled from Hubert's explanation of it. Maybe I need to re-listen to it and rethink about it a little bit, but it was certainly enlightening and interesting, and I think will lead to like more theory crafting in the future.
Yeah. So, and it's not even just the idea of levels, right? It's also the idea of the heroes that are in the battle, right? If I have an archer and there are 5 other magical heroes in there with very low dex,
right, because it's the stat, yeah,
right,
yeah. So yeah, it's not even gonna. Again, that's what I'm talking about. Like that manipulating it, we'll be able to manipulate it to our advantage.
Key kind of takeaway I had from that is he mentioned that it's not, and I just didn't realize this. He mentioned that it's not only on like the moves, but it impacts the speed, the block chance, the recovery chance. So all of those have .s's in them in some way.
Do they?
He said that. So
okay, all right. I haven't seen that.
I thought block was just luck plus dex.
Right.
Apparently, the formula is a little more complicated.
Oh, okay. I knew there was a formula behind that. I just didn't realize the .s was like a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it was super interesting. If anyone's interested in like theory crafting and trying to create the best PvP team, I highly recommend going back and re-listening to that AMA. I'm going to be listening to it again just because like it is still kind of confusing in my opinion. I might be wrong on how I interpreted what Hubert was saying, but to me it sounds like it's very much going to be dependent on the team you bring and the team your opponent brings is how that .s is going to function.
Yeah, it seems like it's within the kind of microcosm of a battle, and whereas
Right.
we thought up until now that it was the entirety of the heroes in the population,
Right.
which so it could change very much battle to battle. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, is there a scenario, and maybe this doesn't even make sense, but like is there a scenario where you're going up against my archer, I'm going to have my archer in there, and you go with a more caster team to kind of bring the .s down, or is that not even make sense? Is that would make my archer better?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I would bring in mediocre, or I'd bring in more archers or people who have higher decks, warriors maybe. Like, they're not going to. It's going to level your dex is still going to be amazing, and it's going to be a high number, but with a more medium, bringing the average closer back down to like reality. If I have some people with decent decks, that might like lessen the power of some of your .s moves.
Yeah. It seems like there'll be ways to kind of pull strategy out of this as we get into PvP and some more things as we understand it better. Dr. J looking out for me saying 2 minutes left in the Knicks. I do have it up on my other screen. So if anyone sees me.
Is it close?
There's a minute 40 left. Knicks are up 3 in the steal. OG Anunoby down the lane and he dunks it. All right, back to DFK. What are we doing here? Come on. It's a DFK podcast. Come on.
Of course.
God.
All right. I want to touch on a few other things. Speed. The speed trait, they said it's going to be phased out. We know this. This wasn't a surprise. They didn't really give us anything. They said it'll probably be gain initiative, but he didn't want to say anything or commit to anything permanent on that.
Well, no, he didn't say speed. You asked about first strike specifically. And speed gives first strike.
Yeah,
but
yeah. But like first strike is not going to exist anymore, so there's going to be a version of it.
Right.
Which will probably be initiative based.
Gaining initiative. He did say something about that though, where gaining initiative, it's not, and I thought I had in my notes, but I'm not seeing it here.
Well, there's a question later that like is about traits that I think you're thinking about.
Okay. But just the idea that you're gonna roll into it. Go for it.
Yeah. Well, I want to touch on a few other things. Wards stacking. He didn't really answer this one. I don't
non-answer.
I don't think a direct stack. I should have specified this question because the wards as we have them right now are magical, physical, and pure. There's 3 different wards. My question was kind of like, can you have a magical and a physical simultaneously? Because I don't think you would have stacked wards if it was like double magical ward. That doesn't really make sense. But I'm talking about the individual ones, and even maybe the third one. If you could have all 3 of them simultaneously, that would be very interesting.
Yeah, I don't think the same ward shouldn't stack.
No, I didn't think that.
And I would say, all right, so is the third type, so there's magical, physical, and then both?
Yes.
I don't think both should be able to stack with either of the others.
I think that's fair, yeah. I think it'd be cool to be able to do magical and physical simultaneously, though.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, because then if it gets popped by magic, the physical one stays there. If it gets popped by physical, the magical one stays. But the both one and the magical would pop at the same time.
Right.
Or the both and the physical.
Right.
It shouldn't be like one ward around the other.
Basically, like there's 2 ward slots at any given time. One is physical, one is magical, and it can't ever be 2 on those. You know what I mean?
But then are we getting too complicated, too complex, where it just makes sense to just say they don't stack?
Yeah, potentially. I don't know. I think they're thinking about it. I think this is why, again, Workhorse. I feel like this is something Workhorse thinks about in his sleep.
The thematic nature of it.
Probably. I mean, I don't know how to explain that, but yeah. That was an interesting question. Oh, the boss fights as obstacle to new users. This was an interesting one. I liked his answer here. I think honestly, the answer I pulled from this, and maybe I was like reading between the lines here. This wasn't what he said directly, but with these boss fights, honestly, it sounds more like a testing ground for them to like see how the moves work than it actually is like good content. I shouldn't say that. It is good content, ends up being good content, but like he's more excited about like getting the moves in action and seeing it and seeing how certain things happen and like testing things out, it seems like, than actually creating like gameplay right now. Like that's why he was like, yeah, they're boss fights, but they allows us to do X, Y, and Z, you know?
Yeah, I thought he said a few things that were interesting. One being, he likes harder fights, and I like
Right.
that about
Yeah.
him. And it seemed like they were prioritizing the current community and the repeatability of it to like give us something more than it was about new users in that instance. And I know we're always, new users, adoption, but like I think this was the right spot to kind of build something that we were going to enjoy. He also said, now that we're working on PvP, we have a new lever where we could do the battle testing against other heroes. So is there there's a PvP working beta? Sounds like.
Maybe.
Sounds like.
I go back to Workhorse was on the Mythic Squad I think a couple months ago at this point. And Workhorse said he's working 6 months in the future at any given time. So I am curious if maybe they're working on PvP because in 6 months we'll have PvP,
That'd be great. I would take that in 6 months.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Yeah, that was a fun one. I don't know. Yeah, scrub fights. We know scrub fights are coming, and that's kind of going to be that easier fight that we're looking for.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah.
I personally wish they would stop saying things like that. This is a totally separate conversation that I don't really want to get into. But I think the team has a real issue with setting expectations versus the hype train of just like everything's coming.
I know
everything's coming, but that's neither here nor there. One thing they did say,
also, everybody in the gaming world is guilty of that. Like that's why like soon TM is a joke, because like all gaming devs say that like constantly. So
that's fair.
But, yeah, I don't know.
That's fair.
Doesn't excuse it, but like that's a thing in all gaming,
Well, and speaking of soon TM, one thing that we didn't mention was that Expeditions.
Right. Yeah, I missed that note. Yeah.
It's in testing.
Right.
It's a big change. It's a big, new feature. It could be in testing for a little while. I'm not going to rush to excitement on this, but it's the most bullish Expeditions update we've gotten in a long time. So,
for sure. What's the update on the game?
Josh Hart just missed a free throw. They're up 2 with 15 seconds left.
Holy shit. Should we pause the whole podcast?
No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. I mean,
you're going to sign off if they lose, and I'm just going to have to do it by myself, aren't I?
All right, he made the second. No, what's the next topic?
Oh, right. This one is a little fun. This is something I'm dying, and maybe we should message Neindorf and Raph on this, but like what hero classes are being used in the hunts. That's something I'm dying to know, just in general, those like global stats. Did they win?
Keep going.
Okay.
It's going to overtime.
And he said it's oh, really?
Yeah. Please stop talking about it. I'm shutting it off.
No, don't. I know you care about it. They said that's not something they're really looking at, but that is something that's available out there in the blockchain and in the API. I'm assuming we're getting to terms I don't know fully, but I'm hoping that we can get a third party somewhere to give us those like global stats about like what classes are being used, because I love like looking at that and analyzing it. That makes me like I don't know. I love doing that kind of stuff, like looking at the global picture of like heroes and stuff.
Yeah, and he kind of skirted around that answer a little bit because
they're not doing it, I don't think. Yeah.
Well, no, that's not what I was going to say, but it's not all the good info that we want, because it's just when a transaction hits the blockchain, so starting a fight, ending a fight, you can see what heroes were selected. You can't see, was Rapid Shot used? Maybe you could see the loadouts that people bring in. I would assume you can.
Well, and Guy Kid, who normally is a member of this podcast, if you could see if they're winning or not, that would be super interesting too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wow, this is just a real great comment. Yeah, thank you.
Archer, Warrior, Knight, Seer, Priest not being used.
No, I think that'd be fun information to look at in general. And obviously, if we get win percentage, I think that'd be very interesting too. But yeah, I mean, this goes eventually to stuff, especially in PvP, when we look at like the meta report of like what classes are being used and what's winning. I say meta report. That's kind of like the term that's used in games that similar games like this, where certain classes or certain heroes are used more than others, and those global stats are kind of available. Especially like League of Legends or Dota or Heroes of the Storm, like games like that where like you have that information available. That's the kind of stuff I would love to be commenting on a weekly basis of like what heroes are being used and which are winning.
That's a podcast content factor right there.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. So I'm calling all third-party people out there. I know Code Green is in the chat. Our boys at ADFK. I would love to see the stats on what heroes are being used in the hunts. If we could get a win percentage behind it, that'd be amazing. But even just usage, I think would be
cool.
What
percentage of heroes that go into a battle with a weapon? And what weapons?
That'd be super cool too. Yeah.
Like, hey, 45% of all warriors out there are using axes.
Yeah, that'd be very cool.
Axe versus gore blade usage on a warrior.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Really cool stuff.
Yeah, I don't think the moves that are selected are on the blockchain, so I don't know if that information is available.
No, but the moves you go into the battle with, I believe, are.
They are?
We're not going to know if you select a move and never use it. Like right. I bring the Warriors. What's the Warriors' fourth move? The last final blow. I've never used it.
Right. Yeah.
So you can't see what's actually being used, but yeah. You got to be able to on the way in. So.
All right. Yeah. Maybe we'll. Yeah. Well, that's my call. It's all.
All right. Never mind. Greenstone. Forget everything I just said. It was wrong.
What do you say?
You cannot.
All right. Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah.
It's surprising. All right.
Well, because it's not. It's like you can change it. You know what I mean? Like it's not a permanent thing. So.
Yeah, but when you enter, whatever.
Yeah. All right. Crafting or repair. He said that for early iterations, there's probably going to be an NPC that does repairs. I thought this was interesting because just on my assumptions, I don't know anything about this, but to me, it sounds like they're going to put something in place for Metis PvP where durability will actually be a thing, it sounds really good. Separate from crafting and repair. You know what I mean? Like which I want them to do. We talked about this earlier. It's going to be broken if the weapons and stuff and equipment has no durability going into PvP.
Yeah, we've kind of been getting mixed signals on this because
I know
on our pod, Workhorse said he'd like to have durability out first. I believe on AMA he said that it would probably lag behind PvP being released.
Mm-hmm.
But there's, like you said, like if they hold a tournament with any kind of significant prizes. Yeah. Without durability being out, like even early on, that's what people are going to be using their weapons on. So like even if durability's out, you're still going to be fighting against all the amulet havers and things like that.
8 or 9 Excaliburs right now, right?
Yeah, like you should expect to see those, right. And that's going to be tough. Like it's when we have such a shallow weapon pool, like it's tricky. The Excalibur and the amulets are really gonna, I think, feel different.
No, so this little hint that he said is that repair will probably be a separate process. It'll probably be an NPC who does it. That gave me some hope. I don't know. We'll see. There wasn't a lot of detail.
The best we could say is that he understands why it would be an issue if it wasn't there. Like he's on board. Whether or not they can actually do it, we'll see. Yeah. But they understand.
All right. This is what we were talking about earlier. I want to mention this, and then we're going to wrap this up. These are all just kind of fun. I highly recommend if anyone's interested in this stuff.
Wrap up this section, you mean?
Yeah, this section. They're going to update the traits because a lot of the traits, as they were originally written, said last for X amount of rounds. This lasts for 1 round or 2 rounds. Critical aim and death mark are 2 examples of that where it lasts for 2 rounds. That doesn't exist anymore. The time bar is now, it's a different system completely. There aren't rounds anymore. So I gave an example of, is 2 rounds just going to be like 20 ticks on the time bar? And Hubert said like it's going to be something very similar to that. That might be. He said maybe even that example is going to be what we do. So basically that's kind of a simple fix for all of those. And I think that was kind of like assumed. But I think also going back to the speed conversation we were having, I think something like that is going to happen where, first strike is going to be something like gain some X amount of initiative or X amount of ticks, just like move up that amount of ticks or whatever. I think it's going to be some sort of like time bar manipulation like that. It's just how they're going to convert anytime first strike, popped up.
Yeah.
That's the end of that. Guild weapons and effects. They said it's not all maces are going to daze, but it's likely that like daze is a thing you see on maces often. That was a cool question. I like that you helped me out with that question. I thought that was interesting. I think all weapons are going to be unique is kind of the point that he made, but like
but again, thematically daze on maces,
makes sense.
bleed on daggers, like that makes sense. So we'll see.
All right. And then the raw, sorry, go.
No, so raw damage, this one, and this is the last one we have here. So for anyone getting bored with this format, a little different than we usually do. So he did say that the stat raw damage is going to be going away. It causes confusion. It sounds like it means damage before the old, excuse me, it means damage before all the other calculations. But he did say that something called pure damage is being added, and that's damage that ignores all defensive things. He didn't say when it was going to be added, but the way that he said it made me think like this is something that's going in soon. And like, do they ever do something like they're not just building this for fun off to the side?
Right.
Does that give us a hint for the next hero class?
I don't know.
Is there anything in any of the codexes that would scream pure damage? Like,
I mean, no, the archer, piercing shot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's what Pierce is. Pierce ignores all kind of damage buffs, kind of situation. So I don't know. Maybe Wizard has some sort of special thing where, it's like a direct shot and ignores stuff. But I can't right now think of anything specifically.
Okay. So we still think it's just going to be the Berserker next.
Yeah, I still think it's Berserker. I think honestly, what this question reminded me of was, remember like a while back, I gave him those like challenge questions of like, what happens when these weird combinations happen? I think he in his mind, he has the damage in different categories where it's like the initial damage. And then if there's some effect that like affects the damage, it's not raw anymore. It like went through a filter of like whatever the defense was, So like, I think that's sort of what he's thinking about, like raw or pure is like, that's an initial damage that is done. And then if it gets filtered through some sort of like thing that the defense of the opponent has something that messes with the damage, that's like no longer pure anymore. And now it's a different type of damage. That's kind of all I think about that, but it's still early. Who knows?
Right.
You've been looking so much at the game. I'm sorry. I can't not comment on it.
It's overtime. All right. So that concludes.
Yeah. That was all my questions. That was only half my questions that I submitted. Again, Workhorse, you're a coward. Get back in there in the AMA.
Wow. Strong words. Scathing, really.
Next up. All right. I'm handing it over to you. Are you ready for this or do you want to finish the game first?
Ready for what?
I want you to talk about the Holiday Wallet. I know you have some strong opinions about this. I know the game is also probably wrapping up right now. So
it all gets so tiresome. It's, I don't know. I asked an AMA question for anyone that watched the show last week. I kind of laid out my thoughts on the Holiday Wallet, on the idea that we've been talking now for a month and a half, 2 months about the cooldown, hero summoning cooldown, but can't do anything about it because we can't vote. Fox touched on it. he said there is a fix. It hasn't been rolled out to production. It didn't really sound too close. He kind of got very technical in the explanation of why the fix isn't that close. That's a lot of that was above my head. I'm going to be honest. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm an expert and I understood all of it. And here's why that was wrong. That's not the part that really bothered me. The part that bothered me was more his tone, like the lackadaisical kind of nature of the way he answered the question, in my opinion. And there was one part he goes, and this is close to a quote, right? He said, "This is high on the priority list, but I've switched to PvP and Mythic swap on the back a little bit. So in terms of priority, I'm going to try to squeeze it in. It's high on the priority list, but I'm going to try to squeeze it in." It's frustrating because it's something that, again, we're doing it for a handful of holiday users. I wouldn't imagine there's very much stake jewel. I don't know. They made a comment. Fox made a comment about, we may want to change up the way that we count votes as far as the way heroes play into it and stuff like that. He goes, sure. We may have a vote. We may have a vote about what we count in the vote. Well, sure. No, we won't because we can't vote. So it's like, it's just, I'm very frustrated by it. I think it's a big deal. And I think that we're like in this purgatory where we can't do anything about it. And like, am I sitting here saying he shouldn't be prioritizing and working on PvP? No, that's obviously not what I'm saying. Like, I get that. I get that the team is low on resources, that there aren't that many to go around, and they have to kind of pick and choose. But for them to say how important it is and it's a priority and out of one side of their mouth and then not do anything, it just gets a little frustrating. I've said my piece. I'm probably going to talk about it next week. That's maybe the week after that too.
I think I agree with you. I think I want to do more community votes. I want the community to be involved more. And I want to be able to do the voting, especially, hearing Hubert talk about the cooldown stuff. He sounds pretty passionate about it. I think like the community agrees on that. I think that will change up the economy. And I really want to do that. Or even that decision of like, should we vote about how much heroes have to vote? Like voting on voting. Like I'm in. I love all these ideas. And I think the community also wants to do that stuff. And I think was there a fight? Oh shit. Sorry. And I think like can
you focus?
I can't focus. No. I think I really want this to be a priority as well. And I really want, especially with Fox now being off duels, I think solving the holiday wallet stuff so we can do votes, I think should be higher up on the priority list. Should be kind of, especially because it sounded like it's not that hard. You said this, and I'll mirror what you're saying. Like, I don't know for sure the technical stuff, but it sounded like there is a solution to this, and like it can be solved. It just needs some manpower behind it. So I think, I don't know. I would hope the team could maybe get this done so that we can do community votes. I also think getting more community involvement right now would be positive just for everybody, because I think we all love this community and love this game and like want to do stuff like this and want to be part of it. So I think it would be a good morale boost for everybody to do
Matty,
votes.
I got to tell you, I rambled. You really rambled just now.
I'm trying to get to the end of that game so then you can focus.
You gotta stop bringing it up. Again, and I made a follow-up question for this week.
Yeah.
What I want to see happen is that we vote and we ask the holiday wallet users to delegate their voting power to a MetaMask wallet, and let's get the show on the road. But I think that's all we need on that. Are we ready to Dark Summon?
I'm ready. Well, let's talk about it. I'm going to share my screen. I got 4 legendary warriors. Oh, these guys are on a quest. I'll pull them off in a minute. But I have 4 legendary warriors that I'm debating making 2 legendary warriors.
I support that decision. I think you should.
What should the priority be when Dark Summoning a legendary warrior? In your opinion.
I mean, we did talk about this offline, but
I know. Let's talk about it online though.
It should be HP.
So you think a vigor stone?
In my experience with warriors, especially if you're going to use them in the front line, not so much if you're using them in the middle line, but if you need them to be that tank for you,
usually that's what I use them.
Right, you need that HP. I find that I'm just healing them over and over again when they don't have high HP. Doing it a little bit even when they do, but
Yeah. I don't need to go.
And just when you just, so you're talking about the stone when you say what's priority.
Yeah. Sorry. What stone should I use?
That +8 right off the bat is so big.
Oh yeah.
It's so big.
What is he? Oh, he's a fucking minor. Whatever. I'll figure that out in a bit.
Class.
I will. But so these are the two I'm thinking of doing. My problem is this guy is kind of a beast already. He's at level 12. No, SI. That's an office hours episode that we'll talk about.
Keep talking. No, we're not going back into that.
Yeah.
But he made a good point, so I want to put it on the screen.
No, it is a good point. So this is a warrior, level 12, legendary. I really like him. He's got great dex, great vitality. He's got 725 health at level 12. It's good. I think it could be better, but it's good. Problem is, he's only got 24 strength. And he's not hitting hard at all. He's not missing, but he's not hitting hard at all.
I have the ADFK pulled up for these.
For which one? This is for the warrior and the warrior knight, right? This is the match.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So as you see, both, very good
vitality already.
Very good vit, solid HP, above average at least. The strength here is a bit of an issue. The dex here is a bit of an issue. Yeah. They're not perfect heroes, but this one does already have a regular stone at vitality.
He does have a regular on the vitality already. And he's warrior. I don't love warrior. Like the capstone isn't awesome. It's good. I don't know. I don't love it as much.
I mean, to me, it's about stat growth more than the capstone.
I agree.
Capstones are years away.
So scroll down with these two. That's the key thing here on this. The subclass for this is 90-ish%, maybe a little under 90%, either going to be a knight, a warrior, or a paladin. And so
it's fantastic.
It's going to be excellent no matter what. It's got the matching subclass. If we do the vitality like you were talking about, which I think is the right move, even though it's probably the most expensive stone right now, right?
Yeah, I think it is. It's like 250 jewel.
The subclass will be around 20%, if not better, because I think the paladin's even better with that. And so the greater with 21% on top of that, I mean, we're looking at close to 50, obviously under 50, but close to 50% on the subclass is insane.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's a very important stat.
The level 13 guy is ready to go to level 14, so I'm probably going to do that first.
Mm-hmm.
But why don't we pull this up too? This is the other pair. I have another pair they have a shitty subclass, both of them. It's Thief and Priest. Priest is not the end of the world, but it's nowhere near as good, obviously.
Are you sending me the link?
Give me a second to set it up. This one I feel like I'll do and maybe use a regular. I don't know if I'll use a greater. I want to use a greater on the first one. Also, how expensive is it, a greater versus a regular?
Let's see. So a greater vigor stone is 255 jewel, and a regular is 32 jewel.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's a very big difference.
That is such a jump.
But
it's a significant difference. I agree.
We're going for a top hero in the game.
I understand.
You have all that combat knowledge here that you and Wowie do all those long 5-hour shows on. You got to be able to use it. You need the tools to use it.
All right, let me buy.
Oh, so you're doing it? I'm going to your screen.
No, don't go to my screen yet. I'm gonna level up the guy first.
Why can't we watch that?
I mean, I guess we can watch that again. I don't think I have enough. No, I don't. Yeah.
Oh, you buy him right here? Where does that buy from?
You can choose. I'm going with Trader.
Oh, you could choose the decks?
Trader or Bazaar.
It's a nice little.
It is really cool. I saw, yeah. I really like it. I mean, it's bad for me because I end up buying more Mokishes than I need, but.
Mokishes.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm not going to give him anything because this doesn't matter.
No. Are there any stats close where no? It looks like Vid is.
None of them are close.
Yeah, I just was saying like you want to be careful about
right.
The top stat.
No, I gotcha.
I'm excited. And so my end of this bargain, besides the giveaways, was that I was going to send you an axe.
Oh yeah. Okay. You don't have to do that.
Why not? It's just I'm just lending it to you.
You're just lending it. It's not forever.
Yeah, we can have. What do we have here? Ooh, that's a good one.
Your mic is doing nothing again.
Oh, God.
It sounds like air. I'm about to beef.
Yeah, you're gonna get a 22% crit chance, or 22% life steal, 5% crit chance, 19% magic and physical damage reduction, or defense reduction.
Wow! Oh boy!
Right, I mean, this guy's got to go in the pit now.
Yeah, I'm glad we're killing him now. All right.
That's a sign that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, I'm gonna buy a grader. It's gonna be so expensive, but also I love this game, so it's fine.
Well, and this is something that we've talked about. It's more fun playing with good heroes. You know, if we spend enough time on this game, if you're just trying to skate by on these hunts with average ass heroes, like go make yourself a good one. It's really fun.
Oh. God, that's so much money.
You should have bought one OTC before the stream.
I don't care.
You would have saved like 20, 30.
I did get a haircut last week. I know people are commenting on it right now.
I got a haircut today. Nobody noticed. Thanks, Heat B. No big deal.
$34. Oh my God. I love this game. I want everyone to know I love this game. Okay? This is my showing I love this game. $34. This is stupid. On a video game? What am I doing?
That's half of an actual video game. You could have gotten.
I could buy a real video game with that much.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you're buying old games on Steam, you could have gotten 3 for that price.
They have nothing matching either, which is sad.
That's fine.
Oh, they'll have one summon afterwards. That's fun.
Oh, throw the summon in. What are you talking about? You want to go for a mythic?
Oh, I don't have any tiers. Oh shit!
You need me to send you some?
No, I can. I can buy it. You know the summon doesn't go away. You know that, right? When you.
I gotta be honest. I don't look at summons on heroes. I could not care less. I can't tell you the last time I did a regular summon that wasn't a dark summon. Like, they're so stupid to me. It's a waste of time. Yeah, you do enough of them, and like I know we'll have some people in chat like you know, like what do you mean? You can make all these great heroes. Cool. You do enough of them, you'll have some success. Awesome. But like the only summons I want to do is something like this that you're doing, where it's like very pointed. I'm trying for something very specific, and I control a lot of the outcome, especially the rarity. If I get an uncommon, I don't want to be bothered with it. I just don't. No,
but you don't lose them. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, Beeve, my lighting, I know it's an issue. I'm working on it. I just moved into a new place, and I need a lamp or two.
All right.
Might get a ring light, like a real influencer,
Oh.
you know? Ooh. All
Yeah,
right,
so it'd be level 13.
you added the tiers?
Yep, tiers are in.
So what are you getting? It's so it's all VIT. I love this.
Yeah.
I love this for you.
It'll be 9% and 21%.
This made me laugh. Laser sound. ESP20s cost money.
I mean, this is not terrible. 4.5%. I'm into it.
Are we feeling lucky? I'm feeling lucky.
I mean, if it bumps up, that'd be amazing. I've never used a greater vigor. All right, let's see it. Also, I meant to say this too for these guys. Monk and Berserker on the R2s. So, I mean, Berserker wouldn't be the end of the world. Berserker would not be the end of the world. Monk, I'm going to be very upset.
Effects is here, which just reminded me I have a little segment about one of his heroes that I haven't told him about.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, after you do this, we'll get into it.
What is this? Oh, they have a pet. I don't care.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't burn them.
I know. Oh, I'm nervous. I just spent.
It's all right. We got this. We got this.
I hope it's a warrior.
That's all you really need. If it hits warrior, everything else is gravy.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Berserker would suck. No, Berserker wouldn't suck. Monk would suck if it's a monk.
Monk would suck.
What are you thinking about here?
Subclass is looking good. We go back to this while we.
I'm so excited about the subclass. If it hits Paladin, holy shit!
Yeah, it'd be great, especially for the VIT growth. Gardening doesn't. The blue stat is looking really good.
All right, go
VIT,
back.
Dex, intelligence, all good.
Go back to it.
Yep.
Oh shit! Please be a warrior. Oh,
I don't think it. Yeah, it didn't work.
Didn't like that one, huh? That's not a good sign.
Here we go. Let's see some purple.
Oh, please be a warrior. Please do not be a monk.
All right.
That's a warrior. Woo!
Now let's see some purple.
Oh, warrior subclass. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's great.
Vitality got the blue. Vitality got the
Even
blue.
Better. You're not. I wouldn't use one Vic. Well, I'd still use Vic crystals up to level 5 actually, but you're gonna have insane Vic growth. What do we got?
41 on the sub.
So 41 on the sub, 76 on the primary. Is that say 76?
Yeah, 76. Oh, sorry, is it not?
What's yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think
that's what I wanted.
We're gonna need a Twitter thread of all the level ups.
Now, all right, what are you suggesting for the level ups?
I personally, in chat, chime in. I personally would still go Vitality Crystal up to level 5. You get that nice base of VIT. If you can get +3 VIT on the first 5 levels, like I know Greater Crystal is expensive, but you can almost guarantee +3 VIT on each of the first 5 levels. And then at that point, the other stats aren't going to look great. Then you start attacking strength, you start attacking dex.
Yeah.
You throw a little in endurance if it looks low, but mostly strength and dex. Yeah. See, Tad's saying it would be 34 VIT by level 5. That's great. Yep. And Code Green, the endurance.
Oh, I didn't even look at this. Double Fearless. That's kind of fun.
Oh, that is cool. Oh, the modifier for Whirlwind. I hadn't looked at that. I was just thinking for like defensiveness. Defensivity.
Oh, Pure War. I mean, I'm not going to. Well, maybe I'll kill him later, but.
Already going to throw him back in?
Yeah.
I have an archer that it's just an uncommon, but I bought it with a greater stone on it, and it's like it's great for my duels, but it has every time I look at it on the ADFK site, I notice it has a Dragoon recessive 1. But like it's a great archer. Like it's got really high dex.
That's a Mythic Squad favorite. They love
it's just staring me in the face every time I look at it.
I like this guy. This is interesting. All right.
Dude, wait till you try. I can't believe you haven't tried the axe yet. It's so much
I know.
fun.
Well, I haven't won any of them.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get you an axe on that guy, and you're gonna hit for 500 damage, and you're gonna love it.
Everyone in the chat, I will level him up and put it on Twitter, but I'm not gonna do it right now.
Oh, are you gonna do the other one?
Should I do the other one?
While you get that one set up, let me talk about Tad's hero.
Yeah, do it up. Well, you're gonna take the screen.
Yeah, I gotta just get. I had the Knicks are no longer on my other screen, so I have both my screens back now.
Do you want to talk about it or?
No, I'd rather not actually.
Okay. That's fine. No, it's fine. Yeah.
They kind of pissed the game away, but this isn't the hero that I wanted it to be. Did I not send it to myself? All right, hold on. So Tad has an archer that is on pace.
Oh, to beat yours?
To be the highest dex archer in the game.
Wow.
I noticed it last night. I was offended that I haven't heard about it before. He's stealthy sometimes, Tad. So, and let me get mine up next to it. Well, I guess I don't have to get mine up next to it. So it's a mythic level 14 and it already has 66 dex. Is that right? 66? 66 dex at level 14. Now we go to alphas. So level 20.
Dex, yeah.
Dex, I believe I have 84.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
This last time we talked about it, yeah.
Okay, 84 dex. So 84 minus 66 is 18.
In 6 levels?
Divided by 6 is 3 a level. So assuming he doesn't get rarity and he has 2 shots at rarity, he gets +3 every level up. He's got it tied. He needs at least 1 out of the rarity.
That's wild.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I got to cancel this guy's quest.
That was all I really had on that. I just wanted to bring it up.
Wait, but don't you have a mythic that also might beat your own?
I would need rarity help.
Okay.
I would need like a nice +3 rarity. Mom, I'm famous. Finally, Bogside does a pit stream. We do those nice heroes all the time. We just do heroes that we can actually play sometimes this year, Beef.
True. I'm canceling this. I don't care.
What do you got going on here?
Are
we gonna throw the other ones in the pit?
Yeah, the guy was in a quest, so I'm killing it. I'm using a regular stone for him for this one because the subclass sucks. It's a thief and a priest.
And you could still get like it. That's the thing about vitality. It's the HP. Your vitality being so high doesn't affect the HP roll. It obviously adds on some extra after that roll.
I think these guys have vitality as their stat too. So
okay.
I really hope that was the right one. Did I cancel the wrong quest? Fuck.
No, whatever. You're missing out on 7 cents of
I know.
Loot. Did we hit everything?
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then I said I was gonna do a
yeah, you had one, you said.
No, I don't have one. I said I was gonna do a giveaway.
Oh right, right.
I have to do 3 giveaways.
Fuck, this dude's still on a quest. That's bullshit. I thought I had. Man, I'm mad at that.
Why are you doing it like this? Just go to heroes.
Oh, you
can the ID and you can cancel it right under them.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I got nothing else on my notes. I feel like we're missing something though.
No, we hit it.
Shout out again to the Jewelers Joust. Sign up
tonight. I'll do that
tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Support your community.
Oh, give a shout
DFK is
out
the greatest
to
community. Let's
Sir
shout.
Sir Worm's going live. Why don't you shout them out?
Sir Worm going live at 10:30. Sticks telling me that the Knicks lost. Thanks, Sticks. Appreciate that. Thank you for that. Helpful.
Oh, wrong guy.
We're gonna do hashtag Go Knicks in the chat for the giveaway. Don't do it yet because I haven't clicked the button yet.
So this guy's got leadership.
All right, you can start doing it now. Hashtag Go Knicks.
But in general, these guys are very mediocre. They both have vitality as their thing. Knight Warrior are their subclasses, which is fun. But Wizard subclass with although this guy's Priest, so long shot at a Summoner subclass, that'd be wild.
What was the other one? A Thief?
Yeah.
Thief would be great.
Yeah, Thief would be fine.
Boost your agi, your dex, and your luck mainly.
Yeah.
Don't hate that at all.
But the whole idea of the Vigor Stone, I mean.
All right, and Code Green is going to get booted from chat for a Go76ers hashtag.
They have no summons, huh? Oof, brutal. All right.
Wait, was that another grader?
No, it's regular.
You sure? Oh.
Yeah.
I guess you would know better than me.
So, I mean, I don't know. I didn't want to go as big on this one just because those subclasses are not going to be as nice. They're 17.5, both of them. So.
Real quick, there are some people saying slightly different things in chat. This is an automatic giveaway thing that Sir Worm introduced me to. So it's not like I'm not typing them and I'll put you in anyway if you say something like it has to be exact. So just throwing that out there. Go on, Matty.
Yeah, I'm going to do this. I've never used a regular Vigor. Oh, boy. Normally, I dark summon mainly with the other account that I have, so.
And this will be for, the giveaway will be for 10 of 10s. We're going to be drawing 3 of them.
Oh, yeah? Wait, do you have one? Do you have a dark summon you're doing?
No.
Or you're just giving away 3?
I said for the amount of summons and the greater stones you used.
So 2 summons and 1 greater stone. Okay, fun.
Just trying to get you to use that second greater stone.
I wasn't going to use the second one on this one. I don't care.
It's a lot. Vigor expensive.
Yeah. If this pops up to a mythic, I'm going to lose my shit.
Mythic with that thief sub.
I know. Oh, it's going to be weird. I mean, it's only a 4% chance. It's going to be a wizard sub, which is going to be weird for a warrior. Wizard sub sucks for a warrior.
I mean, I do always find with my warriors that they're all struggling with mana.
Yeah, but meh, I don't care.
I mean, I know. I'm just kind of saying things to justify it.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, you want warrior berserker combo in any fashion, whether it's berserker main, warrior sub, or warrior sub, berserker main. I think I said the same thing twice there, but that combo is the best in the game right now, in my opinion.
What was the combo? I wasn't paying attention.
Warrior and berserker. Both of them have multiple basic. Both those classes have multiple passives that boost your basic attack, so you can build the basic attack hero very well with those combinations.
And the stats align.
Mm-hmm.
They both like strength. They both like vit. They both like dex and agi. I mean, I know I just named like half the stats there, but here we go. Let's see a warrior.
It's going to be a warrior. There's actually a 2% chance this is a paladin. Should be fucking wild.
For anyone just hopping in, hashtag Go Knicks in the chat to enter the drawing.
Warrior. Warrior priest. Whatever.
Yeah.
Ooh. Blue luck. Green endurance. I like that.
Sure. Now we're just saying things that,
See, it's only 25% there on the vitality because it was going to be low. Hey, the leadership carried over. That's nice. I might keep this guy.
What else would you do with it?
Monk subclass.
Can't sell a hero like this right now. It's not worth. You're not going to get value for it.
I don't know.
Might as well keep it.
Yeah, gotta go closer. People can't see it. But 72 vit is very nice. I mean, it's normally 65 for a warrior, so and it's same as the guy, like 19. This is wild though. Why is it the same as the other guy? That's insane. I feel like the other guy should have been higher, but whatever.
That's pretty good night at Dark Summons there.
Yeah. I'm happy with this guy.
I mean, listen, is it perfect? No, because the subclass, but like that's a hunt hero.
Yeah, I agree.
That guy's gonna be able to hunt. We'll see how he levels, but all right, I'm gonna take stream.
Yeah, take it over.
All right, everybody in? Here we go for the first one.
Yeah, that's Tad. That's what I was saying. What happened there? Something weird happened.
Regular Bitstone 19.
Right. No, you're right. The random stats you get for being legendary happen to hit.
Okay.
On this one. Yeah.
Nice. Heat B, who got in at the last second.
What do you get?
Awesome.
Have you summoned these ones yet? Or did you?
No, doing it right now.
Show it to him? Yeah, show it to him right now.
I got a lot here.
Do you know? Are these all 10 of 10s?
Uh-huh.
Jesus. How many?
They're just my gen. It's just my Gen Zeros. Just I haven't opened a crystal.
They're just pumping them out, and
there's nothing that excites me about 10 of 10 summoning. Any kind of summoning besides the summoning you just did. That's the only thing that excites me right now.
Just a tough guy, like you're so cool.
I don't know. Let's vote about it. Here we go.
Nick's lost. He's pissed.
That's
we got pissed off. Pissed off Franz.
They didn't just lose; they threw the game away. We got a pirate.
This one's going to Heat B.
Pirate Warrior, Miner, Days.
All right. Days. Huge.
That's gonna get you. That's gonna get you. If you want to sell it, that'll get you a little bit there. Yeah. Heat B. Message me on Discord.
What's your Discord name?
Franz.
Okay.
All right. Next drawing. Here we go. Where will it stop? I'm free.
Oh, Outbreak. What up, bud?
Another one that got in late. So the two last people in, I think, just won.
Nice.
Do you guys have anything in the farms? The gardens, not right now.
No.
I do not.
No. I don't, and I don't want to comment on it.
Why?
Because they're bad right now.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not paying out well.
They're my thought would be that there are a lot of better places with the way the crypto market's been going. Not recently; it's taken a turn for the worse the past few days here, but there are a lot of other places you could have your money if you're looking to make money.
Is that a bard?
Mm-hmm, sure.
Oh shit!
Bard Archer, a Barcher.
Bard going to Umphreak. We got any powers there? Oh, no. Double clutch though. That's fun.
Double clutch, and it's a forager. So if you're making spell bows,
fuck yeah,
then you're good to go. Message me in Discord, Umphreak. And last one. Here we go. And if anyone wins again, I'm gonna re-roll. Just throwing that out there now before it happens.
You're fuzzy. Your microphone's doing that thing.
Well, I don't know. What to tell you. J-Dub, second week in a row for J-Dub, I believe.
We did a giveaway last week?
2 weeks ago, whenever we did the last one.
All right, we'll give him another bard too. Get another bard here.
I'm just glad nothing mythics popped out.
You can give away mythic? You gotta veto it?
I would have to. Either that or I hit the end stream button real quick.
I'm signing off as soon as we get the winner here.
Jewelers sweep on giveaways. They're both jewelers?
I thought
three of
J-Dub
those?
was a Mythic Squad guy. And Umfreak is an ADFK guy. Tags, get out of here. Ooh, a Berserker. Let's see some color.
No color tonight. No color. Blacksmith.
Blue Vitality, though. That's fun.
Exhaust and
it's
double
Dust.
Foresight.
Oh, yeah, that's a good hero.
Cool. J-Dub, message me in Discord. Cool. That was a fun night. Would be more fun if it's next one, but hey, not a basketball podcast. No matter how many times I've asked you to make it one.
This has been an episode of Bogside Chats. For Franz, my name is Matty Pesk. We will catch you guys next week on Tuesday. Hopefully, the Knicks will be doing better by then. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.
Sir Worm and Emerson going live in about 10 minutes. Go check them out. Love you guys.